Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I've come on to show you how to make this little Christmas ornament. Yeah, it's quite sparkly and it's quite full, but I just thought it was a really lovely idea to display at Christmas. I haven't decorated the back because it's going to stand up on a shelf. There's a lot of die cutting, so I've already gone ahead and pre-cut all the trees just in different colours. This one's gold. We're going to do the next one in a silver and red, black and white kind of theme, and then that's the top. So I hope you like it. Oh, it does measure 5.5 inches by 3.5. That's how big the bottom box is, and then the next box is 5 by 3, and they are sturdy. I've got strengtheners inside just so it doesn't get squashed. Okay, so that's what we're going to make. So you're going to need, let's remove my mat. You're going to need a piece of card for your bottom base, and that's going to measure 8.5 inches by 7.5 inches. And on the 8.5 inch side, let's have a look. Just look at my measurements. On the 8.5 inch side, you want to score at 3.5 inches. Have I already done that? Just let me take it back. I'm sure I've done it. Yeah. 3.5 inches and 4 inches, and then 7.5 inches, which is there, and 8 inches. And you want to turn it onto the 7.5 inch side, and you want to score at 1/2 inch and 1 inch, and then turn it all the way onto the other side and score at 1/2 inch and 1 inch. That's your first piece. And then for your second base, just pop that one to one side. You want a piece that measures 8.5 inches by 8 inches. And on the long side, you want to score at 3 inches and 4 inches. And then 7 inches and 8 inches. And then turn it onto the shorter side, which is the 8 inch side. And you want to score at 1/2 inch and 1.5 inches. And then just like we did before, turn it all the way around and score at 1/2 inch and 1.5 inches. And then for the strengthener strips, so in the bottom section, you know the thickness, this bit here is 1/2 inch thick. So you want 3 strips like this, 3 1/2 inch strips by 4.5, and you want to score at 1/2 inch on both ends, and you want 3 of them. So just fold in the 2 ends, and then what we're going to do is get your snips, and you just want to cut just a little wedge up both sides like that. Okay, so you want to do that on all 3. I've already done it on my 3. Let's move that out of the way. And then for the next box, you want 3 strips again, this time measuring 1 inch by 4 inches, and score at 1/2 inch. So again, you want to fold over the edges and then just snip in again just the same. Just helps it close up better. Okay, and then you want 3 more pieces. These are going to be what held all of your die cut pieces on, that measures 4 inches by 2.25 inches, and you want to score at 1/2 inch, and then in the middle at 2 inches. So on the 4 inch side, score at 2 inches, on the shorter side, score at 1/2 inch. Then your next piece needs to measure 3.5 inches by 2 inches, and on the short side, score at 1/2 inch. And on the long side, you want to score in the middle. So half of that is 1.5, and then so at 1 3/4 inches, score down the middle. And then for your last one, that's going to be 3 inches by 1 3/4 inches. You want to score at 1/2 inch. on the short side, and on the long side score 1.5 inches. So that's all of your score pieces. And then for the top of the box, you want a piece of paper or whatever you want, whatever you're going to put on there, and that's going to measure 4 7/8 by 2 7/8, and that will be this top piece. You could put pieces all around the edge if you want to, but I'm not going to this time. So we'll do the little strips, and all you want to do is fold all of them in half on the score line that you made, and then across. Just a second, sorry about that, I didn't realise I'd left my phone on. So you just want to fold on the 1/2 inch score line and then fold them in the middle. Just do the same on all 3 pieces. And on the small score, on the shorter score, you want to just notch quite wide, and then they're going to sit like that. Okay, so you just want to do that to all 3 of them. So I'm going to pause it, do this one, and I'll come back. Okay, so I've done that. So you've got all your 3 pieces that are going to sit like that on your project. Okay, so you can just put those to one side now, and then we'll bring in the smaller piece. So I've folded and burnished on all of your score lines, and it's going to close like that. So you want to decide where your front is going to be, and my front is going to be there. So we're completely going to remove this edge. Get my bigger scissors. So just cutting below that score line. Once I've cut it, I'll lay it down and show you what it should look like. Oops. You want to then notch into there, cut straight down there, take that tab off and just notch into that one. Okay, so that's what you need to have. Then we're going to do exactly the same to the bottom. Right, this cardstock says it's 230 GSM. I've picked this up from the range. It's a pack of 50, and I'm sure it's about £4. But it feels a lot heavier than 230. So a nice strong weight is best for this project, because obviously it's going to be something that stands up. So just notch that out. So you've got that. And then next you want to just do the same to this side. So you want to cut down there and notch. Okay, and then you want to notch down that side and notch there, and then remove. So you're going to have that. Alright, then you want to repeat that on this end as well. So just cut down there, and notch on that side, and notch, and then just remove that there. And then what I've got is, oh, sorry for that, I've got a small corner rounder, and I'm just going to round that top corner, and again on this one as well. Okay, and then I'm just going to repeat that on there. So you've now got that. So that is how it should look. And what will happen is that will fold in, the flaps will fold in, and then these will tuck in. Okay, so we're going to do exactly the same. So I'm going to pause it, cut some of it, and then I'll come back. Okay, actually before I do it, again you want to fold that, and these are the bits I'm going to remove. In fact, I'll do one with you and then come off. So you want to remove that, notch down there, cut straight there, and then notch, and then just take off that end. Okay, and then you want to repeat that for the bottom. So just cutting under the score and notch, and then cut down notch that one, and then pull out that, so you've got that on that side. And then for this side, you want to cut straight down, notch, notch there, and notch there, and just take that top piece off. Okay, so you've now got that, and that's what you're going to do on there, so I didn't pause it and come back. I just want to make sure that you're aware of what I'm doing, that's all. So I know this video is probably going to take a little while, but I hope you stick with me till the end. If not, just skip through to the measurements and then just, I'm sure you can put it together yourself. So again, on the end flaps, we just want to round the corners. It just looks a more professional finish, and it does help the flap slip in easier, I think. If you don't have a corner rounder, you could always make a slight little notch on it anyway. So I'm just going to quickly clear my desk and come back. So now you've got your two bottom pieces. This next bit can be a little bit fiddly, but just persevere with it. So you need your strengthener pieces. Let me zoom in a little bit. Hope that focuses. Okay, so that's your top and your bottom. What you're going to need to do is just eyeball it. There's no right or wrong place to put this. You want these pieces to sit like that. So you're going to apply glue to either end, and then you're just going to fold that piece up and fold that up so they stick. And then you'll do another one and another one. So let's go ahead and add some glue to the ends. And it doesn't matter if if the glue goes everywhere, don't worry about that, because it's all going to be concealed inside anyway. You're not going to see this. It's just so that the box doesn't squash down. That's the only purpose for these. So you just need to hold them. Hold one until it adheres a little bit, because last time when I did it, I let go and it pinged off, and which it probably still will. So you're holding that up. Can you see? So it's stuck on there, and then this side looks fiddly because I'm making it awkward. You need to hold it against there. So you're going to have that, okay? That's what you want, and you want 3 of them to go across. So I'm just going to hold this one on just for a little minute, because like I say, it can take a while for it to just stick. Okay. If it doesn't take and it wants to ping off, just hold it a little bit longer. So you're just going to repeat that with the other 2 pieces. So putting enough glue on the ends, pushing them in, and then you want to come in the middle a little bit, and then just hold it again. And then when you feel it's stuck, you can let go and just move on to the next one. So it's much easier to do it off camera than to do on, as you can imagine. So what I'm going to do, because I'm sure I'm boring you now, but you can get the gist. This is what you want to do. Make sure they're nice and stuck, and then I'm going to come back. So I'm going to stick the last one and I'll come back. Okay, so I've come back. I'm just holding that one in place because it just keeps wanting to ping off. So then you could just turn your box onto its side and just press those down and just hold them in, okay? Then what you want to do is push the side down, and this side flap will close. You can see? So that's the inside, and you'll just push that together and glue it. Alright, so that's what we're going to do now. So just want to run some adhesive along here. And when you think you've got enough, you just want to close it down. So again, you are going to want to hold it until you feel it's stuck. And it is a bit tricky because you can't get your hand all the way in because of them strengthener pieces. So just hold it at the edges. You can get your fingers in there a little bit, like that, and just press them down, okay? And then you can fold the two flaps in and the ends should close in, like that. But just for extra security, I'm going to glue these ends and I'm going to glue them in because I want them to stay shut. I just want this to act as a platform, not a functioning box. So you just push that one in and run your fingers along the top like that, okay? And then you just want to repeat that on the other side, okay? So it will stay in all by itself, but just because it's not functioning, I may as well just glue it in. If you didn't put the strips inside, you could use it as a nice box, just as a gift box as well. So I'm just pushing that against myself for a minute, and that's that. So that's quite strong now, and we are just going to repeat the same process on the next one. So again, you want to glue your strips, the tabs on the ends. So you can skip this bit now because you know what you're doing. It's exactly the same as the other one. It's just if I pause the video for too long, it stops and then it'll just cut the whole entire video off. So pressing that on that side. And it will ping off because that's what it wants to do. And holding on that one as well. That's it. And then bringing in, I'll just give that a press. And just taking the next one, adding some glue to the end of that. I've also got my hot glue gun on as well because I'm using a bit of glimmer card. Sometimes it can take a bit for the glue to take when you're sticking things to it. So pop this next one in the centre there, and you can just press on that side, and then you could turn it back, just give it a press on this side. It doesn't matter if they're not exactly straight either, because they're just there to give some strength. That's all. So I know you can't really see exactly what I'm doing, but you saw me on the other one. So then I'll just put this one in the last side, down here. If you don't want to put these strips in this top one and you've got some really strong card, you could keep it as an opening box and maybe put a gift inside. So when you're gifting the ornament, you could have some chocolate in there, or, you know, something like that. So then what you want to do is close it all down. So we're just going to apply some glue on the end, like we did before. And then we're just going to press it down. Making sure, I hope you can see, just wipe any excess glue off. So press in your sides and then closing your two flaps, and then this piece will push in. So there, if you don't want to close it and you want to pop a gift in this one, because it is 1 inch, there is an inch here, so there is enough to pop some chocolates in. You could put a nice gift in, just close up one end. Would be a nice idea. I'm not going to just for the sake of the video, but you really couldn't. It would be really nice. You could probably put some perfume in that. A small bottle, or some aftershave, or chocolates, biscuits, maybe a bracelet, anything really. So that's box number 2. And because I'm not using them as boxes, where I've tucked the flap in, that will be the top. So the piece that we cut out should now sit nicely on the top with just a nice little edge. So that's what I'm going to glue that one on. I'm just giving it a nice little bit of a black border. And then what you want to do is that's going to then sit on top of there like that. So you do need to put quite a bit of glue on it. Where's my pen? So I'm going to use this tacky glue and glue all the bottom. Oh, is it not going to work? Hang on a minute. There we go. So put quite a bit on. Make sure you get right up to the edges. Just come out a bit slow. I think I'm getting to the end of it, and that's why it's slow. But really glue it up, and then what I did is turn it over. You just want to kind of leave about half a centimetre, whoops, half an inch, not half a centimetre. Don't know why I said that. Or just an even border all the way around. And then you can wipe off any glue later. Just pressing it on just to give a nice little border. So what I did do was I just found some heavy things. I've got like a pot of pens, so I've just popped that on one side, and then I've got another pot of pens that I'm just going to rest on the other side. So we're just going to have to leave that there for a second or two to let that dry. But I did go ahead and cut. We can just do this while I'm waiting for that to dry. And I've got my hot glue gun on, like I said. I did go ahead and cut a lot of pieces. Now I probably won't need all of them, but you know, best to have too many than not enough. So I've got some, this is foam, so I've got some foam pieces that we're going to stick up. We're just going to be layering them on, layering them on together, just like this. Just put a couple of trees together and then a deer. Okay, just like that. So what I'm going to do, get my glue gun, and I'm just going to pop a bit of glue there and then just press that onto the top. You're probably going to get some stringy bits, but that's fine. And then what you need to do next is take your deer and decide whereabouts you want it. Just make sure you're still seeing. You're not even seeing me, are you? Sorry. Right. So all I've done is stuck them together, and then I'm going to stick the deer on there. So I'm going to pop a bit of glue on the back of the deer, only a bit, you don't need a lot. And then we're going to stick him over that tree a little bit. So that's one. Okay, so that's one. And we'll just move that to one side. And that's all we're going to do. We're just going to build a scene, if you like. So then I'm going to pop these two on. So we'll layer that one over the top of that one. And then we'll get show of a black deer this time. Well, yeah, we'll put a black deer on. Oops. My fine tip things come off. So we'll put a black deer on there. Oh, how's that come off? There we go. And then what can we do next? So what, we've got a white deer. We could put the white deer on that side. So I'll stick. Oh, it's done it again. Right. So we'll just move that one up. And that's all you're going to do, is you're just going to build up your little scene. So we can move that one to one side, and we'll do a couple of black trees. Get off. So I'm just going to pop a bit of glue, and we'll lift that one up a bit higher, like so, and then we'll have the red deer on the black tree. And then at the top of this tree, get off, I think we'll put a silver star. Let's see if it'll do it with just glue. So we can just leave that to one side. And then we'll do a white, and have we got a smaller one? Yeah. Let's stick a white one with a grey one. Will look really nice. The little black, black deer on there. Let's have a red one. I'll have that one coming off at the end. And that's really all you're going to keep doing, is just attaching deers and trees. So let's have this black one on this silver one. So I'm going to just leave it at that, and let's bring back our, so we've got them ones made up there, and we can make some more up if we need to, but we do need to stick these on, so hopefully that might be stuck enough. You might want to leave yours a bit longer. So what you want to do next is measure halfway across, so it's 5 inches, so we want to measure, put my pin back in, 2.5 inches across. How long have we been? Oh, been going nearly 30 minutes. I knew it'd be long. So I am sorry for how long it's taken. So 2.5 inches. Bring it down a little bit. So you put your pencil mark in, and then you want some glue, and you take the biggest one first. And what you're going to do is line the middle up with your pencil mark, okay? So let's have a look. So pop some glue on the bottom. And then just lining that middle up. I'll bring it up so you can see in a minute. With that pencil mark. Okay, so you want to bring it up so it'll sit like that. So then you can bring in your bone folder and just burnish the edges. Then you want to bring the next one and you're going to butt it up underneath. Again, just keeping that centre in line with the other one. Just as best that you can, really. I was going to sit down then, but I won't. So, just holding it there. Okay. And then you want to bring in your bone folder and just burnish along the sides. And then the last one, exactly the same, just in front. It's running out. Hang on a minute. Go. Okay, so then the last one in front of that one. Like so. And as you can see, they all go up in level, so that it will help you build your scene a lot better. So that's what we're going to do there. Then I've got some words. Oh dear, yeah, here they are. I've got a Merry and a Christmas, or Happy Christmas. Is it Merry? Yeah. So we're going to stick that on the front before I start getting... Just going to put some glue on my hand, actually. I wouldn't recommend you do this, but if that's what you do, then that's fine. It's just easier for me. So I'm going to stick the first word here. And then Christmas. Let's pop a bit more glue there. Okay. And then put Christmas along this side. And I'm moving it up a little bit because I'm going to put some ribbon across here on this one. Okay, so we've got that. Then we're going to start building up. So you'll just glue each piece into wherever you want it to go. So I am just going to pop a bit of hot glue on the back, just so that it sticks better. And then that piece will go on there. So that's your first piece. And then what else did we do? We can do this. Shall we do these ones? We can stick this one along this side. Shall we have that one there? Actually, we'll put this next big one at the back. We'll do that one at the back. There. So we'll put another tree up here at the back. So then I think we'll take this one and we'll pop it on that side. Or will that cover that? Will that cover it? Or will it go on that one? Now we'll put it on this side. So it's just really deciding where you want to put things now. Is the decorating. That's all down to personal taste, really. And personal choice. So I think we'll have, I think we need a smaller tree there. Do we? Don't want to cover that one up. So we'll stick this little one at the back. I can always pop another tree in. So we'll stick him there. If we've got a little tree, which we have, I can pop another tree in. another tree there, and then off the end of that tree we can stick this little deer in there. So just off there we'll stick, so it's coming along, as you can see. So then I think we need a tree in the back. Do we need a white one? That'll probably look quite nice in the back. Whoops. So what I'll do is turn it over and pop that, push it into the back. Get your hand into the front. And then there you can see that just kind of fills the back in a little bit. So then what we can do is we can get a couple, they're all sticking to my finger. See what colour trees have we got left. We've got another frosty one, so we'll pop that in at the front, and then we'll do a black and a white, a red and a white one. So we'll just stick this red one in front of the white one, black one, and then stick both of them on the end of there, and then another one, put another one there, and then you can just then add, we've got one made up there, haven't we? Maybe we don't need that one. What do we need? Oh, we haven't got a silver one on. Let's get a silver baby in. And put that one there. And then a white baby as well. I'm sure we have another silver one. Yeah, we'll put another silver one in, and then it'll cover up that gap. Okay, and I think, have we got any more snowflakes? I'm sure I did. We could then see if this snowflake will sit on the top of that tree. You know it's going to want to just fall off because I'm on video, but hang on a minute. So far, let me, if I move all this, keep all them other bits because you might make another one. But so far we've got that, and I think it looks really, really beautiful. And then I've got some silver eyelash trim, and what I wanted to do was take it around here. So what I think I will do is we'll make it start at the back and then just leave it hanging at the back. So I am going to pop a little bit of hot glue on the back. You know, get it on. Oops. Right. And then what we'll do is we'll just hold that all the way around, and then hot glue it again at the back. So I'm just going to use and we'll pull that off when it sets. So move my hot glue, move all that out of the way. You could go round it again, But I really think they will make great ornaments. Even better if you want to leave the side open and make a lovely gift. Just need to pull some of these bits off. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed that, and thank you so much for everybody who has stuck with me. Yeah, I hope you'll have a go, and do share it on my Facebook group. I'll leave the link in the description bar below. But yeah, take care, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.